What are you feeling day to day? 10 the worst, 1 the best. Where were you today when you woke up?
Oh my God, I was at a, like, 10 is the worst, I was at a 7.
7? Okay. And you function at about a 6, 7 every day?
Yeah, for sometimes 8.
Sometimes 8, just depending on what you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with arthritis of my hip.
Okay.
But it started to affect my knees and sometimes both knees.
Okay.
But the main side is the left side.
Okay. And you said it didn't always start like that.
It wasn't like that. It just
in the beginning.
started like
So
now.
what's the beginning?
Maybe 9 months ago.
9 months ago. So all of this really came out 9 months ago.
Right.
You started to get symptomatic in that left
and
hip.
I started,
went to the doctor,
right.
said you got arthritis there,
Right.
and now you feel it progressing into both your knees.
Right.
Okay.
And before that, I was like doing a workout group I started. That's been like 3 years. So in the beginning, I was doing burpees, doing everything. And now I can barely do anything.
Let's see what you got. No, I'm just kidding. She's like, okay.
That's what you want me to do.
Just wanted to see what I was going to get there for a second. I thought, well, maybe she'd break down and do a burpee.
No, not at all. So when they're doing burpees, I'm doing like squats. And my doctor said no hopping, jumping, running, skipping, no deep squats. So I'm like being limited to exercise also.
Okay, so what would you like from me?
I want to be able to walk without pain.
You want to do everything your medical doctor told you not to do?
Right.
You want me to be that guy?
Yes.
Okay, why did they say no hopping, jumping, skipping?
The arthritis, like to slow down the breakdown. And they told me, of course, I can't do anything except surgery at this point. They give me, I'm on therapy, medication therapy. I stopped going to therapy because it's just like, I go and as soon as I stop, I'm right back.
Right back to where you were, man. We got to show it big for you, huh?
Yeah.
Have any of the doctors or anybody you've seen or consulted with recommended you start getting adjusted regularly?
You know, they actually talked against it, like it wasn't necessary. I mentioned it to a doctor. Yeah. Because I mentioned that, and he acted like, oh, it's not that. You don't need that.
You don't need that. Okay.
Yeah.
Did they evaluate your spine, take x-rays of the spine, check the spination?
No.
No? So without an x-ray, I'm shooting blind here, but I do want you to know when someone does have arthritis in their hip, okay, for example, and you have it on that left side, it's already been, you've been told that, correct?
Right.
That it's really abnormal for you not to have any dysfunction in your lower spine or even spine period for that matter. And the reason is because the spine sits in the hips. So if we just look at mechanics, not even, this isn't chiropractic, for something to wear down prematurely on one side and not the other when the hips are the same age, more than likely something's distributing load on that left side. Now, unless someone took a baseball bat to your left hip or you were in some type of major trauma, then that would explain that. But if it's not that, then we have to look at where the spine is going wrong, that it's not able to absorb force and shock on a day-to-day basis. And then that's causing, because it can't handle it, it's causing this inflammatory reaction to where it's not wearing down your joints, affecting your movement, your quality of life, even your comfort.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
And what you're saying, so will that explain when I'm walking, I feel like a ball like started to accumulate right here?
For sure, 100%. I mean, if you're my aunt, you know, I'm going right to the spine, you know, and I'm going to go to the spine today and you're not my aunt. You should really, you know, today we're going to adjust you, but we got to get an x-ray of your spine. That way we can see where the problem is, if any, you know, and then that way you know exactly what's going on. You can see it, and then once you see it, then you believe it, then I adjust you and you receive it.
All right, man. You know I go to church now.
Man, I'm just saying I was in the moment there and it just made sense.
All right.
Plus you're bringing it out of me. All right, let's get to work.
So one question, is anything going to hurt?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
serious?
you have pain, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if you have pain, you have inflammation.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to adjust through that. And if we're going to go through that, it's probably going to feel good too. But you have to understand that we got to go through it in order to turn the corner. And I'm not trying to give you a pep talk. I'm just being real.
Am I going to scream like really loud?
No, nobody screamed the whole time we've been here.
We'll see. You look like a screamer. We'll see. It's a shame. I'm sorry they told you not to get adjusted and not to seek out chiropractic care. But when I'm done adjusting you, you tell me if you feel that was the right advice or the wrong advice, okay? Okay. Slide down just a little bit more for me. So the first thing you feel me doing is I'm walking in and I'm trying to feel what give your spine has, okay? It might be sensitive in some spots, like right there. Yeah, not a lot of give there. So what happens is when we lose shape or we lose movement in our spine, our spinal column, and our joints, then what happens is things like discs and joints and muscles that are all part of the supporting foundation, they have to take on more load. So when it come in here and we don't get a lot of movement, I already know even without an x-ray that probably more than likely mechanically speaking, your lower back doesn't move right. So there's bad stress input going into the brain. So the tone of the muscle starts to change because your body goes on defense to protect the spine, the disc, the joints, the neurology of the human body. And then just through that alone, because of the asymmetries that develop, it's got to load into the hips and take a burden as well on those joints. Make sense? Like, look, when I get here, you feel that on that left side? But I can come more here on the right side. You notice that? But when I come here, that's painful, right? Yeah. All right. Lay on the right side, face me. I'm going to get right there.
Oh my goodness.
You see what I mean? So when we lose that movement, now we lose that natural medicina.
Okay. Oh, this is the one.
This is the one. There you go. Other side, you just couldn't maybe hear if she was screaming. I told you she was screaming. She looked like a screamer.
Yeah, I felt something.
Face me on this side.
I think it was shock.
We got more to go.
Oh,
here we go. All right, this arm's gonna come up here. Good. This shoulder like that. Good. Yep.
Oh my.
And what we want to do is we want to just open up that spine, get it in a position where it could adjust smoothly. Good.
Ooh,
There you go.
Ooh.
On your back.
Yes.
She said yes.
Listen, it needs to make it. Okay, grab my arm. Grab my arm. Come on up like a sit up. I'll valet you up for a second. I'm gonna get right on that area. We're gonna turn you away. Bingo. Yep. Mm-hmm.
My whole body is sweating.
Sweating?
Yeah.
Good. All right, drop that shoulder for me. Good. I need to get in there.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. What the? That can't happen all the time, right?
Yeah, it can happen all the time.
Oh, no.
In fact, look, only dead people don't crack.
Oh,
okay?
God.
The release is a good thing, not a bad thing. Yeah. Good. I'm just gonna wait for you. Let it go. Let it go. There you go.
Yes.
That never.
I can't wait. I'm next.
You really want this?
Grab my hand. Come on up, Kitty. We got one more thing to do, and then you'll be all set for the day, okay?
Thank you.
Anything that brings the Jesus out of you is gotta be open.
I can stand up now?
Yes, ma'am. Stand and walk.
Ooh.
Stand and walk.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Yes. Oh.
Aw, cute. Yay! Why are you crying out? Why would you like put my phone down? Ah.
It hurts every time I walk. Every time.
Let me give you a hug. I'm just taking a water break. That's just the beginning. And hopefully, within time, through repetition, your body can take the bouncing, the jumping,
Are you
the
serious?
dancing, you know what I'm saying? You know, whatever you want to do, hopefully it'll take that shot.
Oh my God, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank her, she first.